Mr. President.
Majority Leader.
This morning, I'd like to pay tribute to a fellow Kentuckian who has devoted much of his life to public service. My good friend, Congressman Hal Rogers of Kentucky's 5th District. Hal, of course, just won re-election in his district with a modest 100% of the vote. And I imagine he'll serve here in Congress for many years to come. But his term as chairman of the House Appropriations Committee is drawing to a close at the end of this 114th Congress. So I thought it fitting to say a few words about the extraordinary tenure of this remarkable man. Hal has served on the Appropriations Committee for more than 30 years and was selected as the 31st chairman 6 years ago. To mark the end of his chairmanship, family and friends and several special guests assembled a few months back in the House Appropriations Committee hearing room to unveil his official portrait as chairman of the committee. Hal's portrait hangs alongside those of former chairmen, including some who went on to become speakers of the House, and in the case of James Garfield, President of the United States. Adding his portrait to this distinguished group is the continuation of a century-old tradition. And many of Hal's colleagues, including Speaker Ryan, were on hand to mark the occasion. It's a well-deserved tribute to a man I've been honored to serve alongside for many years and to have known for even longer. I first met Hal Rogers several decades ago and later worked with him during the 1971 Kentucky gubernatorial campaign. While the Republican candidate that year, Tom Emberton, did not win the race, it was clear to me after getting to know Hal that he was destined for great things. Born in a small town of Barrier, Kentucky, Hal became first a country lawyer in the town of Somerset and then the Commonwealth's attorney for the region. He was first elected to Congress with the Reagan Revolution back in 1980 and is now the dean of Kentucky's congressional delegation. Chairman Rogers is legendary in Congress and back home for his relentless focus on the concerns and priorities of the people of the 5th District. Long before the issue of opioid abuse dominated national headlines, Hal played an instrumental role in highlighting and preventing the scourge of drug abuse, which has impacted many in eastern Kentucky. He's helped bring jobs and hope to the people of southeastern Kentucky thanks to projects like PRIDE, which promotes environmental responsibility, Operation Unite, which helps substance abuse, and the Southeast Kentucky Economic Development Corporation, which encourages economic development and growth. Through the years, Hal spearheaded numerous educational initiatives for all ages: Forward in the Fifth, Rogers Scholars, Rogers Explorers, and the Rogers Entrepreneurial Leadership Institute, just to name a few. Hal helped launch Tour Southern and Eastern Kentucky in order to boost tourism in the region, and the Center for Rural Development as a way to help transform the area's economy. He's helped secure millions for the Kentucky National Guard, in which he proudly served, and the U.S. Forest Service for marijuana eradication efforts. And he recently spearheaded the Shaping Our Appalachian Region, or SOAR, initiative as a way to unite Kentucky's Appalachian counties around a common vision for attracting jobs and economic development to the region. He's also supported the Appalachian Regional Commission, pushed back against the Obama administration's war on coal, and has earned a reputation as a tireless advocate for a strong national defense. So I'm proud to work closely with Hal on these and many other projects on behalf of the Bluegrass State. His constituents can also be proud of the work he's done for our nation in his role as Appropriations Chair. Under his leadership, the Appropriations Committee responsibly refocused efforts on regular order, reviewing and approving all 12 annual government spending bills through the committee during his tenure. As chairman, Hal has made oversight of federal spending a top priority, and his Appropriations Committee has held more than 600 hearings to ensure that federal tax dollars were being spent properly. Under his leadership, the Appropriations Committee has gotten results like reducing wasteful spending by $126 billion in total annual spending cuts since fiscal year 2010. Hal is only the third Kentuckian to chair the House Appropriations Committee. The last was Congressman William Natcher, who held that position until 1994, and he's, of course, the only Republican chairman from the Commonwealth. I know that becoming Appropriations Committee chairman was a great achievement for Hal and something he worked hard to earn. I'd like to add, just on a personal note, that Hal Rogers is a great friend of mine. And Elaine and I have always enjoyed spending time with him and his wife, Cynthia. As a senior Republican in Kentucky politics, he's been a leader in getting things done for the benefit of people of his district and of the Commonwealth for nearly 4 decades. You can see his impact in many places. One can drive across the Hal Rogers Parkway in southeastern Kentucky or visit one of the many institutions in service to Kentuckians. Hal is literally beloved in southeastern Kentucky, where he regularly wins re-election, as I indicated earlier, with an overwhelming majority of the vote. And Hal loves the people he serves. He's one of them, and he's proud to champion their causes here in the nation's capital. So I want to thank Chairman Rogers for his steady hand at the helm of the House Appropriations Committee for the last 6 years, and for all he has done for Kentucky. Both Kentucky and the nation are thankful for his service as he turns his considerable energies to other important roles in Congress. I wish him the very best and look forward to partnering with him many more times in the future on behalf of the Commonwealth we both love.